Hi everybody, this is Joe with the Technology Closet, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install OS X from scratch. Um, there's a few ways you can do it. You can do it via the booting off of a bootable USB thumb drive, which is what I've done in this instance. You can enter Internet Recovery, which is available on certain newer model Macs on that hardware platform. And you can also boot from an existing recovery partition, which is a 650 megabyte partition with all the files necessary for installing OS X onto the machine that Apple puts there when you do an initial install of OS X. When you first boot, you come to the utilities OS X utilities screen, and there's more things you can do than just reinstall the OS from here. You can actually restore from a time machine backup if you have one from a previous installation. You can go online here. This is fully internet ready. You can log onto the internet with Safari and go get support for your Mac directly from booting off of this. And you can also enter disk utility to do disk repair or repair permissions or partition your existing drive, all sorts of stuff. In this case, we're going to reinstall OS X, and we're going to continue. And it tells you OS X Mountain Lion. We're going to click continue. We're going to agree to the license agreement. And here it shows you the available drives to install the operating system on. It shows you, these are grayed out, but it shows you the bootable USB drive that I'm booted off of, and a backup drive that I had set up for another video to demonstrate Time Machine. That's unavailable to me because it's not formatted properly. And we have Macintosh HD, which is the drive we're going to install on. So we click on that and click install, and it's going to do the installation. Now, if you're doing this from the recovery partition, the installer will go out to the internet and download any newer components that were released since the recovery partition was first installed. And basically, it will depend on your internet connection speed, how long that takes to download. Since I'm booting off of a USB key, it's going to install directly off of the files that are on the USB key, and we'll go from there. Internet recovery alone, where you don't have a recovery partition, you don't have a USB key, you have the supported Mac hardware where you can boot into this off of the internet. I've never had the opportunity to do that. I don't have any Macs new enough to take advantage of it, and there's no way for me to demonstrate it in a video here. So if you have any of you out there have experienced it, please let me know. Send us a comment at feedback@thetechnologycloset.com and let us know your experience with it. In this case, it's showing me about 7 minutes remaining. We're going to come back once it's done, the actual install process, and we will continue on. And we're back with about a minute remaining on the installation, and it's pretty straightforward, pretty painless installation. Really no options you need to select other than the installation location. If you want to get fancy, you can, and you have other drives installed on your machine, or even an external FireWire drive or a Thunderbolt drive, you can certainly pick that as the destination. Just to note, the backup drive that was shown earlier but is grayed out and unavailable for us to install to because it's being used as a Time Machine destination. If I wanted to install there, or to any other drive that was listed here, as long as it had enough free space, I could force that to happen by going back in one screen and going into the disk utility and reformatting that as HFS Plus journaled, and that would allow it to be available for us to install to from the menu. As you can see, the system has finished installing, and it's doing its first initial reboot right now. This is what you're going to see whether you've installed OS 10, once you've installed OS 10, this will come back up after it's copied the files that it needs from the USB drive, and then goes over and actually reboots and does the installation of the OS on the hard drive. As you can see, there's going to be about 34 minutes to complete this. That's a rough estimate. We'll come back when it's almost done and show you what we got. Okay, we are finishing up. Less than a minute to go for the installation. Okay, as you can see, install succeeded. The computer's going to restart in 5 seconds. It won't self-destruct, trust me. As you can see, the computer has rebooted, and this is where you will come to when you first either purchase a Mac from Apple and first turn it on, or if you've gone through the installation setup as I just have. We're going to do another video just demonstrating the initial setup of a Mac and some tips and on what to do and what to configure and all of that at a later date. So stay tuned to the website, and thank you for watching thetechnologycloset.com, and please send us some feedback at feedback@thetechnologycloset.com.